Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Um, everyone.
Yeah.
Those of you in the live stream,
Yeah.
iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Podbean.
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 Spotify?
I said Spotify. I'm pretty sure. This
Yeah.
is episode 5, I think.
5.
Yeah.
Go us.
I'm the Beard.
I'm the Blush.
Yeah. This is the Beards and Blush Couples podcast.
Yep.
Where we just kind of talk about whatever we want, and hopefully people want to come talk with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes they do.
I love talking.
I don't know if anybody's going to come tonight.
I know it's a Saturday night.
Yeah.
We were supposed to do this yesterday night.
Yeah.
Well,
we were actually supposed to do it Thursday night, technically.
technically Thursday night, but I had to close the store.
Well, no, you didn't. You had to close Friday. That's why we were going to do it Thursday. But you were afraid you were going to get called in on Thursday.
No. That was yesterday.
No, it was not.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Definitely closed the store on Thursday night.
No, you did not.
Okay.
Okay. I remember this vividly because we argued over whether or not we should stream that night or not.
That was yesterday
That
night?
was not yesterday. You were out of your fucking mind.
Okay.
What did I do yesterday? Yeah. Yesterday I played League of Legends and watched Twitch all day long when I got home from work.
Where was I?
You were at work yesterday closing the store. And I know this because I went to the VFW last night with my mom to buy Queen of Hearts tickets. And you were at work. Tell me I'm lying.
No, I think you're right.
I am right. Dog, get away from my cords. Get out of here. All right, now that we got that figured out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Uh-huh. That's fine. I think that was like smack dab in the middle of the intro here.
Sorry about it.
Let me see where I'm at. Yeah. So YouTube, thumbs up, subscribe, please.
Yeah.
Twitch.
That's where everyone seems to be listening is YouTube and not getting what's really going on here. So can we re-explain what's going on here?
I don't understand how people don't understand what's going on.
So here's what we do, you guys. We record the audio for the podcast, but while we're recording the audio, we have a live stream on YouTube and twitch.tv/Beards and Blush. And that's where people come in and chat with us, and we can have awesome conversations with y'all. And I don't know, people aren't getting that we actually live stream it, so they think that the live stream is the podcast, which they're two separate things. And it's so frustrating for Matt that he doesn't get that people aren't getting this, because I come from, like, you know, the yeehaw where people don't get what the difference between a live stream and a podcast is, because everybody is technology illiterate, where, you know, on my side. So we just like to re-explain it on, because I get the question literally like every week.
It. It gives me anxiety that people don't understand. We record a podcast, but we live stream ourselves doing it so that people can come hang out with us while we record our podcast.
And like stop it in between to like talk, to chat and everything.
Right. So like the podcast itself, the audio that we record that goes on Spotify and iTunes does not have any chat interaction with it. If you were to listen to our 45-minute podcast on Twitch, or not Twitch, listen to our 45-minute podcast on iTunes or Spotify, and then watch the video on Twitch, there's like a half an hour of extra content on there where we're interacting with chat. We have extra conversations where people will ask us questions and stuff like that. And just generally there's just more stuff going on.
Yeah.
But the part that irritates me is not that people don't understand what live streaming is. It's that It's that I lost my train of thought when the dog hit the squeaky toy.
Why does this frustrate you that people don't get?
The live stream is the podcast. The podcast is the podcast. It's all the podcast. There's just different variations.
No.
When you watch the video, you get more of the podcast because there's chat interaction.
Yes.
That's the only difference between the audio and the video, is how much we interact with the people who come and watch us record the podcast live.
Mm-hmm.
Or, obviously the bonus content is for the people who don't watch us live as well. And when you watch the static video on YouTube, you get to be envious of all of the chatters that we're talking to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then you'll come in next time. Usually at the beginning of the week and at the end of the week, depending if it's Monday or Tuesday or if it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. So what do people ask you? What do they say?
They just ask, what's going on with this? What's this podcast thing? And I'm like, well, and then I go into detail, and then people still don't get really what we're about. I know.
Well, and this is something that I was going to go into depth with Eli about.
Who's Eli?
Eli is Wizix in the chat. One of my longtime friends. And we'll go more into depth in that when I have the podcast with him here in a week when you're gone.
Yep.
Was essentially the idea is to produce content to, I don't know, originally it was about relationships, not necessarily about relationships, but it was for relationships. We wanted to kind of give people or couples or singles, anybody, a place to go and see, I guess essentially how things are supposed to be. I don't like putting it like that.
I know.
But I mean, that's kind of the gist of it. We wanted to promote communication between couples, and even if you're single, you can still learn something from watching us interact with each other, and spending time with each other.
Yeah.
But as we've kind of gone on, and the more I think about it, I wanted this to become more of a place for just people to hang out, just people to have conversation or whatever, ask us questions. Or even
have us have conversation, excuse me.
And it's
to get our point of views and stuff. Yeah,
sometimes it's a little bit of like a reality show kind of thing. Some people like hearing about some people's lives. Obviously, we're not celebrities. We're not famous by any means. We are nobodies, but people still love that shit. If 3-4 years down the line, we are actually something with our podcast and online content, and people go back and watch the early videos, that's just something that people eat up, is watching people's lives.
This was something I was thinking about today. Was people who are famous on YouTube, or people who are literally just internet famous at all. If you creep on anything of theirs, whether if they're famous on Instagram, if you dig deep into their Instagram to their very first pictures, they're low quality pictures, they're kind of embarrassing. Same with YouTube videos. If this person has gained a following by consistently posting, once or twice a week, and then creating content that way, if you go back and watch their videos from whether it was 3, 5, 8, 10 years ago, whatever, it's kind of cringy. So I was thinking if something does happen out of this, what are we going to keep this content up and then just see our growth, or is it just kind of too cringy to watch? Or are we going to keep it up?
I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. I was I don't know if I'd want to delete it because I'm a firm believer. I'm just
oh, no, I would keep it up.
Would you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm that type of person where like if I embarrass myself, like I delete posts that I made from when I was like a freshman in high school because they were like stupid, like, you know, just got out of school, text me type of statuses on Facebook. And like,
here's a new pic, thought I looked cute, might delete soon.
okay, I never posted anything like that. First of all, because I had a crappy phone that couldn't upload pictures to Facebook. So there's that. But I mean, now if I like they show up on my memories or something, I will straight just delete them because there's no point in having them because they're like irrelevant now. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Because like didn't you delete your old Facebook once?
I think I lost the email account to my original Facebook, but I got rid of Facebook for a couple of years.
Yeah.
The one that I have now, I got rid of for a couple of years, and then eventually I came back, and what I did was I went from 1,000 friends to like 50 friends, and that was my I don't know what I would call it. That was my requirement, I guess. My prerequisite for coming back to Facebook was I was going to clean all the garbage off of my Facebook.
How'd that work out for you?
It went great.
Oh, good.
I went from 1,000 to 50, and most of those 50 I didn't even follow on Facebook. I just kept them because, you know, I don't know. It would have been rude to delete those specific people.
Wow.
I think I'm back up to like 100 friends now.
You are?
Yeah. With work. That was before I got my job.
Yeah.
So with work, a lot of my friends on Facebook are work people. And half of them I don't even follow.
I don't know.
Half of them, if I didn't work with them, I'd delete them.
Yeah. My thing is like, I don't know, like, my thing is like from, I never like added anybody like I had never met or like didn't know or like never had a conversation with. But like there was a couple times in high school where like I'd randomly add someone for like no reason. Like it didn't really make sense. So now when I find people like through my Facebook that like I've never met, I'll just delete them right away because I don't know that person. Like there's no reason why I need to let them into my personal life and everything. But like I still have a lot of friends on Facebook. Yeah. I have like 1,000 friends on Facebook. Like people like I've truly talked to, like truly like, I mean, not that I'm close to, but I know them. And that just blows my mind. Like
you're not allowed to delete strangers anymore.
Okay.
Because we have to get that exposure.
Oh my God.
Even if they don't know you, we got to post it to them. Hey, guy.
You should see how many like friend requests I have chilling.
Accept them all.
No. No.
That little clip you got like 250 views.
And it got like 10 likes. Not even.
Nobody liked it.
Nobody liked it, and it got a ton of views.
Nobody cares what I have to say.
Yeah, I care. I was speechless.
I think people don't want to hear the truth. I think people are ignorant to their own problems, their own relationships.
It's a little harsh.
Well, they are. So was I.
Or maybe it just wasn't as interesting as like a Facebook meme or a funny video.
Well, it wasn't because the whole point of all of that is to escape reality, and I gave somebody a heavy dish of reality. 250 somebody's a heavy dish of reality, and they didn't like it. That's all there is to it.
I mean,
yeah,
it's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird way to put it.
It's not a weird way to put it.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Okay.
Is it not reality?
I don't know. It's like I don't know if those people who like realistically watched it like actually watched it.
Probably not. A lot of it's probably auto plays on Facebook.
Yeah, that's.
They just scrolled right through.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we got like maybe 20 views for real.
I don't know.
How many people sat there and watched the entire video?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I haven't even finished the intro yet. Can I finish the intro?
Yeah.
So yeah, follow us on Twitch, on Twitter, all of that. YouTube is Beards and Blush. Like, subscribe, bell. The big thing though currently is Twitch. Like we have 20 followers on Twitch right now, and we're a brand new channel, so it doesn't surprise me. But the goal right now is 50. We need to hit 50 followers on Twitch so that we can get that affiliate subscriber button.
And how many do we have?
20. We have 20. So, I'm going to put out a challenge to all of you guys. Get us to 50, and we're going to swap roles for a stream.
Mm-hmm.
And by swap roles, I mean she's going to wear the hat and the beard, and I'm going to wear the makeup, and I'm going to sit over there, and I'm going to watch her crumble under the pressure of leading the podcast.
Yeah, it's going to be cringy. And by switching roles, you guys, Matt's not going to shave his beard.
No, I'm not going to shave my beard. You're out of your mind.
Yeah, I won't allow it. I won't.
No, I'm not going to shave my beard. However, I will be wearing makeup, and I haven't completely decided yet, but we may do a little... Really?
I didn't mean to throw it that hard.
A little pre-gaming to the stream, letting her put the makeup on stream.
I thought...
I haven't decided yet.
You said pregame. I thought alcohol.
Like getting hammered?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, we can do that, too.
I mean, if we're going to be that kind of podcast,
We can go all out.
we could go all out.
If we get 50 follows on Twitch and get our affiliate sub button, we'll swap roles and we'll drink while we're doing it.
I was going to say, not a lot of people have seen me drunk, and I'm
Yeah.
sure a ton of people want to see me drunk. I drink, but I don't get drunk.
Yeah.
So
Nobody's
maybe
ever
if
seen
we
me drunk.
hit 100, I'll get drunk for y'all.
Drunk stream at 100.
Drunk stream at 100, and I'll get wasted.
Let's start with 50.
Okay.
Let's start with 50 and we'll get the makeup and the beard on, and I'll sit over there and try to respond to stuff like
Oh
I
my-
think you would respond.
Oh
and-
my God, are we going to switch chairs?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
you're gonna sit right here.
I don't like that.
You're gonna man the battle station.
I don't like that.
You're gonna lead the charge, the intro, all of that.
Not about it.
You're gonna have the topics splayed out in front of you. I have 5 videos out on YouTube. Have you watched them?
Yeah.
You can see how it's done.
I watched them all.
Yeah, you watched them all. I actually haven't watched the last one,
It
which
a good
was like
one.
the best one.
It's a good one.
Yeah, one of the best ones. The last 2 were really good.
Mhm.
This episode's gonna be phenomenal. I don't know if you know that. Yeah. There's absolutely nobody in chat because, like I said, it's a Saturday. Nobody gives a shit.
No, I didn't expect anybody to.
Yeah. Well, that and the people that I know that are typically here, I already know have other shit going on.
Hmm.
Like they've had other shit going on. But that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We're all fine. Everything's fine.
What do you want to drink on the stream?
I don't know. Like I could probably do wine. Cause like that's one thing. Beer and wine is the one thing that I can like consistently drink. But if I'm doing mixed drinks or anything, like I just can't. It just upsets my tummy, and it's so I'm gonna say wine.
Yeah.
It takes
That's what
a
I
lot
figured.
of wine to get me wine drunk. I actually don't know if I've ever been wine drunk. Because like I've drank like a full bottle of wine before and not been drunk. So we shall see.
I'm probably gonna drink Angry Orchard.
Yeah, you really like your Angry Orchard.
Most likely, that'll be what I'm doing.
I know sometimes you drink like hard liquor.
Yeah, I mean I have some. I still have Red Stag. I do Jack and Coke.
I'm pretty sure that Red Stag has been in there since before we started dating.
Well, the 151's been in my freezer for like 5 years. So
Bonkers.
yeah,
Absolutely
years.
bonkers.
you know, I just thought of this.
Uh-huh.
On my walk into work today,
Mm-hmm.
one of the guy that I went to Nashville with for his bachelor party, he stopped me and he said, "Hey, keep it up." I'm like, "Say what?" And he's like, "The show, it's good." And I was like, "Huh, thanks."
That is so sweet.
Yeah. That was cool.
I get super excited when, like, I don't know, I just don't expect any of my friends or anything to watch. So
Mhm.
when anyone that I do know watches, like, I just get super excited and, like, thank them 10 different times because I think it's the sweetest thing ever. And
Mhm.
I really appreciate it. Truly. The bottom of my heart. All the way down to my tummy.
Yeah.
It's just nothing but warm and fuzzy in here.
You know what else makes you warm and fuzzy in there? Alcohol.
I was gonna say beer.
Shit.
Shit.
Yeah. Oh.
What
You know what's
about
not warm and fuzzy?
water?
Well, it can be warm. Don't bark. You're gonna get zapped. The blizzard that we had today.
Super weird.
We had like a 5-minute blizzard today.
It is. What is the date? It is
The 20th.
October 20th.
Yeah.
It's not even Halloween, and it started snowing in Illinois today, you guys.
It was like it wanted to be a thunderstorm,
Yeah.
but it was just too cold and it just started freezing.
Yeah.
And it came down.
Yeah.
Came down good for like 5 minutes.
I remember I was in the back room, and I think I was taking my lunch or something. And one of the girls had said, like, it's snowing outside, like, I'm super sad. I was like, you're lying. It's probably like literally frozen rain.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember walking to the front, and there was like a line of people because everyone was trying to get out of the store because like it was snowing and it was just like white outside. And I was like, what the heck is going And like I literally guessed when I went up to like help ring up guests, like within like, I don't know, it was on and off for like at least an hour, just snowing and then not snowing and snowing and not. Yeah. And where I was, it was like that. And I had guests like coming in and explaining, complaining, and I felt like, I don't know, maybe it's just the retail in me, like I had to make up for it. So I was like, I'm super sorry, like I'm sorry you're having a bad day, like let me get you some free gifts or something, because everyone was like so sad that it was snowing and that they were stuck in my store. And like I was like, I'll just try to make your day better, I'm really sorry, even though it was like putting a damper on my day too.
I mean, you're not stuck anywhere if you know how to fucking drive.
People like just didn't even want to walk outside because it was super windy as well.
Well, yeah, the wind sucked, but
I never felt the
first snow of the
wind.
year.
Everyone freaks out.
Yeah,
Well, when it's October 20th, yeah, we're gonna freak out.
whatever.
I mean, I don't like snow. I'm not ready for this winter. Like,
I like snow. I just don't like wind. We talked about this.
yeah,
It's just the wind, and it was hella windy today. It wasn't that cold though, so it was fine.
I don't know. I didn't go outside much today.
Me
so
neither, but
I can't complain too much.
I could just see the wind.
Yeah.
When did you like first drive?
What?
When was the first time you drove like a car?
God, I had to have been like 7.
What?
Yeah.
7?
Yeah. So my parents, we always have extra vehicles. We always have backup vehicles.
Yeah.
Like that's just the way that we've always been. So we've always had like a crappy backup vehicle, like in case like a tire blows out or in case like a transmission goes out or anything. So, when me and my mom's thing, when I was younger, I remember I always said I wanted a convertible. That was like my dream, was to have a convertible. I just thought it would have been so cool to have in the summertime and everything. And one summer, my dad actually bought my mom and I a convertible. And I don't think that was the first car I ever driven. I know I like drove like my dad's trucks and stuff in the past, but like that's the first vehicle like I actually like drove around like the country, because I like live in the boondocks, like in the middle of nowhere. And yeah, so I would actually, my driveway was like a half mile long. So to get to the school bus wouldn't go down my driveway. I actually had to go to the top of the driveway. So during the wintertime, my dad gave me the keys and I was able to drive the car up the driveway. And I remember like my bus driver didn't like it at all. Like she didn't like that I was driving like just a little bit up the driveway because it was cold. Like it was winter. There was snow on the ground. Like just drove the car up the driveway and would drive it back after school. Just the way it was. Yeah. Is that weird?
Yeah, well, yeah. A little bit.
Yeah.
I think it was like 15.
Were you?
Yeah.
When you got your
I was a late
permit?
bloomer. No, I drove before that. Maybe I was either 14 or 15.
I'd say.
My mom and I were on our way to my aunt's house. And we stopped like 5 miles out, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, okay, you're going to drive the rest of the way. And I'm like, So I did, and it was perfectly fine. And I've been an expert ever since.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I was a better driver when I was younger than I am now. Like 100%. Like I remember so growing up, I'm sorry, I'm going back to me again.
Uh-huh.
Me. I want to talk about me. My dad actually had a couple stick shift Ford trucks. That was his thing. He's ever since I was really little, he always drove Ford trucks. So I grew up being a Ford girl, and my dad's actually a Chevy man. Super weird. Anyway, so I would either like sit on his lap or I'd sit in the middle of the single cab truck, and like I would shift the gears for him.
Mm-hmm. I did that a little bit as a kid.
I can't do that now.
You don't know
Like,
how to drive stick?
I know how to drive stick. Like it's been a long time though. Like I'm rusty. I'm not gonna lie. Like I can't. And that's crazy though. Like I literally remember being just so young, and my dad would be like, "Put it in second, put it in third," and I would do it for him. And I don't know if I could do that now. And I was like young. Like I don't know. Probably. Like,
Well, when you do it for him, you don't have to use the clutch or any of that. So
that's
it's
true.
fine.
That's
All
true.
you
Because
had
I
to
was
do is
always
move
either
it.
like sitting on his lap or sitting
Yeah.
in the middle.
That's easy. I can do that. If there was no clutch in a stick car, I could fucking drive it. I don't know. I've learned how to drive stick like a handful of times.
Mm-hmm.
I just never had a car that was manual, so I just
Yeah.
don't. I'm not good at it, I guess. I don't think I'm good at it. I've never tried.
Yeah. I just always like think about situations where like, what if I have to drive manual? Like,
Why?
I don't know. Like, what if like someone has a manual vehicle and it's the only vehicle, and like they're like wasted or something, it's the only way home, and I'm the only sober one, and I have to drive everyone, and then
Well,
I
I
ruin
guess
their
they
transmission or something.
I have to get a fucking Uber.
Ugh, I'm an Uber. But that's it. I don't know. I'm just weird.
Yeah.
I come up with crazy scenarios in my head all the time.
Well, not only that, but you always put yourself in a bad position, and you always accept it.
Where I have to like take care of someone.
Yeah, and you do it in real life too.
Yeah.
When you
Like-
don't necessarily have to. Like
Like-
Thursday. Not Friday.
It was Thursday.
Not yesterday.
It was
Like
Thursday.
Thursday.
Uh-huh.
When you just come home from work and you're like, they may call me back in if my other manager goes out sick, even though we have other managers that are off work today.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that.
I know. I told my girl, I was like, hey, like if she wasn't feeling well, and I said, if you get sick, just call me. I'll be here in 45 minutes, because that's how long it takes me to get to work. I was like, I'll be here in 45 minutes. Like, I got you. But it's just, it just stinks, like, being in that position, because I've been in that position where, like, I don't know, like, no one's made me feel like I've been sick at work, and I literally can't call anybody because I know no one's going to come in for me. And it's just like, I wanted her to feel comfortable at least, in case something did happen, where like, if she was sick, passed out on the ground, like who could she call? I just wanted her to feel comfortable enough to like call me or have someone call me.
I get that.
And I don't know, I'm just kind of like mama bear about that kind of stuff. I like to like take care of people. I don't know, it's weird. Yeah.
You ever been fired?
No.
No?
No. Have you?
Not technically.
Explain.
Well, I found out when I was getting my current job, that one of my warehouse jobs technically fired me because I quit without notice. And they're like, oh, that's 3 no-call, no-shows in a row. You're fired.
Oh.
And I only found that out because I failed my background check because I said I'd never been fired. And they called my employers. And they're like, yeah, we fired him. I went in there and fucking lit that receptionist up. The hiring chick. It wasn't just a receptionist. It was the hiring personnel in the warehouse for for the temp agency that I was working through.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've actually never heard of like anyone having that on like their hiring process or like in like the application process. Like, have you ever been fired from somewhere?
From like almost every application.
I've never had that.
Well, you've never had a real job.
I was like, I mostly worked retail, so that could be it. Like, I've never worked for like a warehouse job or anything. Yeah. He's writing something down, and I don't know if you guys have seen me like. Oh.
Thanks. I've had. I was gonna say 4, and I don't know why.
For what?
2 warehouse jobs.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, was Caterpillar and a company called Hobbyco. Hobbyco has like board games and RC cars, and it's just a big like.
Hey, do you want to play video games for 24 hours straight?
Yeah, it's a big warehouse for like a toy catalog, pretty much. Anyways, I worked there for the holiday. That was my second job when I was working at Arby's. Hobbyco. And then I quit for the big leagues. Caterpillar. Not making much more.
Yeah.
Not through a temp agency.
Yeah.
I was I can't even remember how many jobs I just quit without notice.
I couldn't.
I quit all of them without notice. Well, like when I say without notice, I consider that like walking into work that day and just being like, "Hey, I quit."
Yeah, no.
But with the one where I technically got fired, I just didn't go back. Didn't call them. Didn't say shit. I said "fuck you," but they didn't hear me.
Yeah, I've been like the exact opposite. So when I put my 2 weeks in at my first retail job, I remember like I was like, you know, I really don't want to go, but I have to go. Like this new place is offering me new money. I got a job offer at Harley Davidson. And it was a little bit more money, and it was a way closer drive. It only took me like 10 minutes to get to work. It's compared to like 45 minutes to get to work. So it was a no-brainer. But like when I put my 2 weeks in, I literally was there for like another month because like they needed me for another month because we were like short-staffed. And like the same thing when I had left Harley Davidson to go back to my first job because they offered me a higher position at the first job. Where I was making more money, and it was worth the 45 minutes to get to work. I still worked at Starved Rock. I still worked at Harley Davidson for.
Why are you saying Starved Rock?
Because it's literally called Starved Rock Harley Davidson.
Oh.
Yeah. Like. Okay. So that's why I keep saying Starved Rock. But.
I'm just like, do you want to go hiking?
No.
Because it's kind of cold out.
No, it's very cold out. But I put my 2 weeks in at Harley and still worked there for like another 3 weeks, 3 weeks, like a month to like help out with coverage and stuff. And I was like, you know, I get off work at this time, and then I can be here at this time. Like, and it was just to accommodate to them. And there's no reason why I should have done that. Like, but it was just, I felt bad for quitting. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't like doing it.
Huh. Well, I'm quitting the podcast.
Okay.
So you're taking over.
Solo.
Yeah. Solo podcast.
Heck no.
Would you struggle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
I couldn't just sit here and talk to myself.
What if we had an active chat? Could you sit there and just talk to them?
If they gave me topics to talk about, like that I could talk about in like as an individual, heck yes. But I don't think. I mean, okay. This is like a billion thoughts that just went through my head. Like I literally have conversations with myself in my own head all the time, like to myself, like not that like I'm engaging with anyone, but I don't know. It's so weird. I don't think I could just sit there and talk to myself. I've never tried it. I know.
I do.
I know you do.
I'm doing it right now.
It's bonkers.
While you're talking, I didn't even know what you said.
Of course you didn't, because you always tune me out.
I can't help it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually can't help it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when I know that as soon as this conversation's over, I have to come up with another one. I'm like, as soon as I ask you a question, I'm immediately organizing the next question in my head.
No.
Takes a lot of power.
No.
A lot of brain power.
No. Can't work like that.
I have to.
I can't do
I
it.
gotta do it.
No.
Where do you go from here?
What do you mean?
I don't know. With the podcast, with the conversations. We're very low energy today.
Yeah.
Nobody's here. It's kind of a downer.
It's fine.
It was like this 2 episodes ago.
Can we talk about alcohol again?
Why, that's a downer too. No, we can't talk about alcohol again.
What?
What do you want?
I don't know.
Are you thirsty?
Yeah, I really want some wine.
Do you?
Yeah.
There's some wine in the fridge.
I know. I'm just not going to, because then I'll get a headache tomorrow and I have to work early in the morning, and it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you guys, you just have to say no. It's okay to say no.
It is okay to say no.
Yeah, and some people should say no more often than they do.
Yeah. I don't remember who I was talking to. It might have been yesterday. And I think I was at work.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about alcohol. I really wish I could remember the conversation that I had.
Huh.
I don't even remember my day yesterday.
Awkward.
What did I do yesterday?
You know, I wish I was there. Maybe if you'd let me track you, I could.
No. Nice. Well played, I guess. No.
So
I was actually
Okay.
I was No, I was
No,
actually
just,
thinking yeah, good one. I was actually thinking about trying to segue into that while we were talking about the blizzard thing and driving and all
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
I just went on to something else. I don't remember how we segued that, but
I don't know either.
we did it a lot better than you just did it. Yeah, so little inside joke currently. Kendall has been trying to get me to download these like phone tracking apps,
Mm-hmm.
like with Snapchat Maps, Google Maps, all this bullshit to like open up locations on your phone so you can see where everybody that you know is at.
Mm-hmm.
And she has, how many people do you follow and let follow you?
Do you want me to count?
No, not right now.
There's a
Just
lot.
20, 30, 50,
No,
100.
it's probably like 10 or 15.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. And another thing is, I was listening to. This was actually going to be my segue in. With you talking about being like a solo podcast, I was listening to Bill Burr today, which is a solo podcast. He just sits there. He doesn't even talk to Chad. He just talks to himself. He just talks into a microphone. But he was talking about, like, he looked up an article that was like, your smart TVs are watching you. Some shit like that. And it made me think of your little tracking applications and how things like that, things connected to the internet, everything is fucking connected to the internet, and everything can be weaponized. Like it's the same weird shit when you're sitting down having a conversation with somebody, and then you get on your phone 2 hours later and get on Facebook and there's an ad for something that you've never searched before in your life. Maybe you never even thought of, but your buddy just said it out loud, and now your phone's giving you ads for it. It's fucking weird.
So it was really weird. Like, I think there was one time, like, we were talking about different food brands to buy for our dog, like, as far as, like, what brands to buy, like, for a dog and our cat, and, like, how they have to eat different brands of food, and, like, they can't eat this. Obviously, they can't eat the same food and stuff. but then like a Purina ad like showed up on my phone because my cat eats Purina food.
Does he? Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does. And like it was just like a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were just talking about it only, and like it showed up on like my Facebook timeline.
Yeah. So, my barber has an iPad that he plays. Sometimes he plays it through his TV.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he just has it speaking out on his speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking out, yeah. So he has that on. We just have our phones in there or whatever. And I don't even remember what we were talking about, but we were talking one day. This was several months ago. And he texted me later on. He's like, dude, you know what we were just talking about? Like, I've never even thought about that before in my life, but now I'm getting ads for it on my phone, like all over my phone.
It's so creepy.
No, it wasn't that. We talked about it at work. And he went back out to his car and got on his phone, and there was shit on his phone about it.
So
It's impossible to... It's just a coincidence, but that was fucking weird.
yeah, it's super weird.
Because we're not allowed to have our phones inside the prison.
Yeah.
But we had a conversation in the prison, and we went home later that night, and he's like, dude, this shit's on my phone.
Are you guys allowed to have like even your smartwatches at all?
As long as they don't have internet capabilities other than the Wi-Fi.
Oh, really?
Like if they actually have like plan capabilities,
Mm-hmm.
like cellular service, then no.
I was like, some people's like do have like like you can like
Yeah.
the Apple Watches, but like, can they really tell? Like, are you guys able to get away with it that way?
I mean, there are different things that you could tell, and if you have the ones that don't have the connection like that, then you're supposed to register it, and that way they know in case they come and look at yours and be like, oh, well, you have registered that you have a 1 and this is a 2 with Wi-Fi or service or whatever, and we're gonna write you up for that. But they don't.
Super
They
weird.
actually went through a thing for a very, very short time where they were going to ban them all regardless.
Yeah.
And
I'm surprised they didn't.
the thing is with that place, it's something new every week.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever comes or whatever was in the week before, when you have the new thing next week, the week before thing is forgot about.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody gives a shit anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's always, what are you doing now? What are you doing lately? No, we don't care about that one thing that just happened. We care about right now. Your dog is super fucking annoying.
I know, she's being super obnoxious right now.
She knows that we're doing something
Mhm.
and that she's not going to get attention, and she's drug every toy she has out here and
Yeah.
just sat it down on the floor next to Kendall.
Yeah,
She's pacing back and forth.
She does that, like, she does that when you leave for work in the morning,
Mhm.
and the first thing I do is, like, when she wakes up, like, I'll let her out or whatever, and then I'll try to take her back in bed with me so we can go back to sleep. But, like, sometimes she'll go back to sleep with me, and other times she's like, no, I'm up, like, oh, sorry, I just had chest pain. Oh, it really hurts. I'm sorry.
Stretch it out. Get up and stretch.
Anyway, so she's always like, no, like, we gotta get up and play. So sometimes, like, I'll be like half asleep and like I'll like faintly wake up and I have like toys just surrounding me because she just keeps bringing me toys. That's what happened like the last time I got sick. It's like she felt bad and she just kept bringing me toys and
Yeah.
toys because like she wanted me to be there, and I was like halfway there.
Mm-hmm. Clyde's all about. So apparently we have a mouse again, which I've had problems with mice because there's a tree line literally 10 feet behind my back door of my apartment. This big tree line, and I've had problems with mice before, but I haven't had one in like a year. I haven't had one since you showed up.
Yeah.
Kendall brought the cat weeks into our relationship and never had another mouse problem since. Plus I have little rodent deterrent things to plug in. But apparently harvesting season is here and the mice are a crawling, and there's just one specific spot that they like to come in the most, and that's this wall that runs right up the middle of my apartment, and they like try to come into the apartment behind the stove. But Clyde is just posted up at the stove, just sitting there watching, waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the protector we deserve.
By the way, I'm not gonna let you just slide that in.
What?
Kendall brought a cat weeks into our relationship.
Yeah, just a few weeks in.
No, I'm not gonna let that slide by because First of all, I was getting that cat regardless. I brought him home without telling you that he was going to be here. Granted, I had intentions on him being here, but I didn't talk to you about it.
Yeah, no shit.
So, like, if you didn't want him, like, he was still going to stay with, like, me and my parents. And then I probably wouldn't have moved in. I would have still moved in.
The fuck?
I would have still moved in.
If I said, no, I don't want this cat, you would have just abandoned me.
Clyde's awesome.
Yeah, but we didn't know that at the time.
I knew it as he cuddled me so hard
Yeah.
our first night together, and I was
Yeah.
like, I cannot wait to bring this little bundle of joy to Matt.
Mm-hmm.
And they clicked harder than I did with Clyde, and it was magical. You guys, you should have been there.
It was magical.
It was such a magical moment. And this cat loves the fuck out of you.
No. We had some hard play times.
Yeah.
What is that? Really? These fucking animals.
Sorry.
They're animals.
They're
They're
animals.
animals. Well, I remember when you brought Tula home. She what did she just ate something off the carpet? She's so fucking weird. Like you set her down for the first time and she just walked right up to Clyde's bed that Clyde never laid in his life since I bought the bed.
For Clyde.
And she just walked right up and plopped down in it like, oh, this is mine. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. And then she ruined that bed over the span of a couple of months.
Yeah. It's fine. We're all fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah. She's not fine, though. That dog's been through a lot.
Yeah.
Dog's been through hell.
Yeah.
Before us and after, even with us, she's got a broken ear, a broken leg.
Yeah.
She's... What else? There was something else. There was one more thing that just literally was on the tip of my tongue. I was
Yeah.
about to say it and it disappeared.
She's just dumb.
Not that. Like actual physical...
You guys, I'm just going to clarify
Defect.
when I say that I love this dog so much, but she's just not bright.
No, she is...
I love her so much. She loves me so much. We have a special bond, but she's not all there.
No, she's not. Oh, her baby teeth.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was it.
She got her baby teeth pulled
just
out.
could not lose her baby teeth.
Mm-hmm. That's normal for small dogs, by the way.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure not Tula. I'm pretty sure my Chihuahua, who lives at my parents' house, Nugget, Q is also her name.
Mhm.
She still has her baby teeth, and when I'm actually supposed to go take her to get her fixed,
Neutered?
neutered,
Spade? I don't know.
I don't know.
what's
She's
what.
getting fixed.
How
Anyway,
old is she?
she's like 2.
Oh, really? I thought she was older than that.
No, she might be 3 now.
No, I was thinking like she was like an old dog.
No, she's not an old dog. No.
Huh.
No, she's probably like 3, 4 now. Now I think about it, I just keep saying she's 2 because she's
Been
just
two for a long time.
she's just a little chicken nugget.
Yeah. I'm 23.
Yeah.
Been 23 for a few years.
Really?
Yep.
You like in your head you're always 23.
No, I don't even. It was that way for a while. Like when I was 25, I was still
Like,
23
I'm
in my
still
head.
23.
Yeah, I don't know why, but 26 is 26. I think I'm 25 now. Still, I say 25 a lot.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I don't know. I think sometimes I would say in my head I'm either like older.
Yeah. Well, before I hit like 21, 22, I definitely felt older.
Yeah. I feel older, but I'm pretty sure like in my head I'm just like, yeah, I'm like 21, 20.
Yeah. Well, you look 17.
I look like a baby. And like I don't get that at work. Like my coworkers are always like, cuz I'm definitely young, like as far as like my coworkers and stuff. So like they're always like, I can't believe you're older than me, or you're younger than me, excuse me. I can't believe you're younger than me. Like I literally had that conversation probably 2 times today with like separate coworkers, and I was like, I get it.
Yeah,
Like I
I get that a lot.
yeah.
Nobody I mean, it was more so when I first got hired, because I got hired when I was 22 or 23, in between there somewhere, and they're like, "Oh my god," because I didn't have a beard like I have now, but I
Right.
had a beard,
Right.
and I did look a little bit younger 4 years ago, but not by much. I just got a couple more lines,
Yeah.
just
Same.
some more bags because
Who sleeps?
I'm stressed out.
Ain't no stress or ain't no rest for the wicked.
Yeah.
Ain't no stress for the
No
wicked.
stress for the wicked. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
gotta protect your aminals.
My aminals.
You know, that reminds me of that that meme I saw on Facebook the other night about the plastic. It was like, choking might be a fetish of yours, but it's not for the turtles, so keep your fucking garbage out of the ocean.
That was great. Didn't you? Did you tag me in that?
I just showed it to you as you walked by.
Oh my god,
That was funny.
that's
Yeah.
great. I love that.
What was that thing? Was it in a VOD or a vlog or something that you were watching about the straws? In like a few years, there's
Yeah.
gonna be more like plastic straws in the ocean than fish.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
that's crazy. Like I really okay. So I really should get those like reusable straws.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not convenient to buy them. You know what I mean? Like there was like this video on YouTube that I was watching where they were like, I pledge to never use a plastic straw again. So they were putting like these plastic straws into like some sculpture on some pier in California or something like that. And then they were passing out like these free straws that are like retractable and you can clean, like they come with like a spoolie so you can easily clean them and stuff. And I was like, that's cool, but like they all got free straws. Like they all got those free like super convenient straws. Like I have to go out of my way to buy one.
Oh.
I know, and I really want to. I literally probably think about it like a couple times a week. Like I
Do
need
you?
to get one. Like okay, so every time I go to Walmart and I go to like buy Sprite or something, I always see the plastic straws in that aisle, and I'm just like, killing the fucking turtles, like stupid.
Why
And
don't
then
you just buy it?
I
You
don't.
see it there.
I don't want the plastic ones. I don't want the
Oh,
plastic ones.
okay.
No one should buy the plastic straws.
Yeah.
But like the little reusable ones aren't convenient to buy. So
think
Walmart or whatever convenience stores out there, y'all need to get those fancy straws that I can reuse. So I'll buy them there because like I'm too lazy to pull up Google and buy one.
I think what's worse than straws is like the little like the 6-pack of bottles, the plastic
Oh.
rings. Those are the worst things that were ever invented.
I know. It makes
But,
me super sad.
Can you imagine how many straws like a place like McDonald's sells in a day?
I know. I think about that.
Just
Like
one outlet.
I'm like, could you like so all of those people like in California who like pledge to never use a plastic straw or plastic straw again or whatever. Like, do those straws that they get like the retractable ones or the ones that like they can easily clean or whatever, do they fit well in the McDonald's cups? Cause like McDonald's Dr. Pepper, it's like really convenient and cheap. But like, can my straw fit in it?
But can you fit my straw?
Yeah,
in it?
can you fit my straw that's saving the environment in it? But then there goes like with the plastic cups and stuff. It's just a never ending thing.
I mean, I don't know what can you do?
Let's make a difference.
Like, I mean, I guess you could buy. I mean, I guess like your plastic coffee cups and stuff like that. That's all reusable, but like the convenience of a bottle, you just can't match it.
I know, it sucks. Seriously sucks.
I think the best thing that they've come up with so far are those like tall bottles with the little filter tube in it. And
Yeah.
you just put tap water in it and it filters throughout the day.
Yeah.
And you drink it as you go and all of
Yeah.
that shit.
I just bought a water bottle today.
Did you?
Yeah. Because I need one because when I fly, I can't bring water. Like I can't bring a water bottle with me. And in the airport, water bottles cost like $7.
Well, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Well, yeah.
And then I found out that I can bring my own water bottle and they have water fountains there that I can fill my water bottle with. Why wouldn't you do that? You should do that. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah. Hello, kitty.
Hey, kitty.
I gotta. Oh, easy. His foot's caught in the cord. You can't have the animals up here. Now Tula's getting jealous. Glad we got that on stream so that everybody can see how not vicious our cat is.
You're so sweet.
Except he fucking hates everyone. So he looks cute on stream right now, but if you ever met him in person, he would tear your eyes out.
You're so sweet. He's such a good kitty.
Look at how jealous your dog. And Clyde's like, nah.
You can't even see it on the camera right now.
Her? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't see her. She's trying hardcore to get in there. I got a fun fact. That sounds disgusting in the mic. And she fell off.
She fell, and she fell on one of her toys.
Squeaky.
And it was like squeak. Alright, you gotta get down. Stay. No. Go on.
So I got a fun fact. Well, it's not really a fun fact. It's
Okay.
it's a terrible fact, actually.
Great. A non-fun
It's
fun
it's
fact.
actually not even a fact. It's a story.
Oh, I love stories.
So I got
Story time.
a non-fun story. It's not really a story. It's more of a.
What is it?
I don't know how to describe it.
Okay, just tell it.
So, in Thailand,
Okay.
they found a beached whale.
Okay.
The whale was dead.
Oh no.
They found 17 pounds of plastic in the whale's stomach.
No.
Yeah. It's getting bad. I read that in the magazine. Time magazine, I think.
What are we gonna do?
Well, I've told you about like the giant floating island of garbage
Yeah.
out in the what is that, the Pacific Ocean out there?
I don't know.
I think it's Pacific, over by California.
Is it specific?
Specific. Yeah. That one ocean.
It's the specific ocean.
I'm pretty sure it's the Pacific. I don't know.
Anyway, we'll find out later, y'all.
I doubt it. I'm not going to look it up because I just don't care. If you guys know which ocean is on California, that's the ocean I'm talking about. There's a giant floating island of garbage that is like, for some reason, the flow of the ocean, it just traps garbage in this one area. And it's massive.
It's
I don't remember how
disgusting.
big. I think they said it was like the surface area of Texas
It's
or
just-
some shit like that.
It's disgusting.
That's wild.
Do you think it'll be like? Do you think you'll be able to see it like when you look on like Google Earth? Like it's like this little island of just trash.
I bet they could see it from space.
I bet they can see it from space as well.
Yeah. I don't remember if I read that they could, but I bet they can.
I bet they can as well. That's bonkers.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. That makes me so sad.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Well,
at all.
and the thing is, it's like it's the same as like energy, clean energy, fossil fuels, whatever. There's all kinds of ideas out there to solve all kinds of problems. The biggest problem is by the time we actually get to use all of these on a global scale, it's too fucking late. There's no way you're going to get everybody in the world. Yeah, you still got people driving 1992 gas guzzle piece of shit cars. Like,
What are you trying to say?
yeah. Oh, your Ford Ranger's still like a 2000 something.
No, I have I actually have a 1992 Ford pickup truck.
Oh. Okay. I didn't know that was from 92, that truck out there.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah,
I'm
that
pretty
piece
sure-
of shit. It's part of the problem. People can't let shit go.
I can't let it go.
It's like you're never going to get everybody on the clean energy page. It'll take 200 more years, and by then
But what if we all
Who knows
just
what the
focus
fuck's
on
gonna
the
happen.
ocean?
that's not going to happen. Nobody's focused on the ocean. Nobody
That's
gives a
like
shit.
I feel like that's the first place we need to focus is the ocean.
No, the first place we need to focus is the atmosphere, and then the ocean.
I like my truck though.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's just nothing that you can do with the garbage of the world. There's nothing you can do but burn it, and burning it fucks up the atmosphere. Throw it in the ocean, bury it, fucks up the soil, fucks up the water.
We don't deserve what we've got going on.
No. It's
super sad.
so like 3 comedy specials ago or something, Joe Rogan. He had this little opening segment that he was filmed while he was driving to the comedy show. And he said, paraphrasing, obviously, something along the lines of, like, if an alien were to fly over California and they would see Los Angeles, they would see mold on a sandwich. And he's basically went on to say, like, we as humans were here, we're just here to fuck shit up. We're here to fuck shit up, and eventually the earth is going to come full tilt and fuck us right back up, and we're going to have to start over from ground zero.
Yep.
He's like, we're the mold on the sandwich. We are here to eat the sandwich.
You know what phrase I said the other day?
No.
I said, yeah, we're going to party like it's, and then I stopped and I was like, 2012. Do you remember the year 2011 when we were all worried about 2012?
Well, you better slow down with all, okay? We are all worried. Yeah. No.
Like that movie.
I mean, I remember it.
That
yeah.
fucked me up.
2012.
2012. Sorry, it just got me into thinking like the world ending and.
Well, I was more so. When you said that, I was more so thinking about like the actual Mayan calendar.
Yeah.
And like people had no fucking idea. What
I
was gonna
haven't
happen,
gotten
but,
into that in a long time. I used to be really into that Mayan stuff.
You know, I posted some shit back in the day about it. And basically, I was just like, what happens at the end of the year? At the end of our calendar year? What happens? December 31st ends. What happens?
I don't know.
There's a new fucking calendar.
Yeah.
Get over it. The calendar just ends. You ran out of room on the calendar. That's all that they made.
If you say so. I don't know. In my head, I was super young. I didn't understand, and I was just
Well, they said that
probably why we're all messed up as millennials.
the Mayans created the calendar the way that they did because they predicted the end of the world. So they just stopped the calendar at the end of the world. But that's just not.
It's probably
it's
just when the
just not
world
true.
began to get fucked up. They didn't want to think about it anymore.
No, they just probably didn't have the
Probably
ambition to make a further calendar.
I was like, they probably just had better shit to do.
Yeah, they had other shit to do. It's like, okay, we've made our calendar however thousands of years in advance. Like, I think we're good for a while. And they weren't even close to hitting the end of that. So what the fuck do they know?
prioritize well enough.
Mhm.
No. It's not.
I haven't heard an end of the world conspiracy although
I feel like I have recently.
recent conspiracies when YouTube shut down the other day.
Oh, God.
There's shit all like you see videos on YouTube resurfacing people like, oh, this channel got deleted because they didn't want a viral spread of this video of the moon, and there's some clip where there's this little wave going across the moon or whatever. I don't remember, some kind of not microwave. I don't remember what they called it, like a lunar wave. They call it a lunar wave. But it was just this little wave going across the camera. And I'm just like, So people are saying like, the moon is really colonized and what we see from Earth is a hologram, and that's what you saw in the video somebody recorded. I'm like, so people with telescopes looking at the moon that don't see this fucking wave, why not? It's a fucking hologram. Idiot. Like these fucking flat earthers. I don't
so
remember.
Funny. I was convinced once. I wasn't convinced. I was like, I mean, I get where they're coming from, but like, honey, no.
I don't. How do you get where they're coming from?
Because it's just like, it's a conspiracy thing.
Like,
Obviously, but like they're talking about how you can't fly past I think it's Antarctica, like past a specific way, and they're like, oh yeah, like that's where like the world just drops, and that's why nobody's allowed in this, like no one's ever been here, no one's ever been to this part of the earth or whatever.
No one's ever been there because nothing can get there.
I think it's probably just hell.
Nothing can get there. We don't have anything remotely in the area. Like, you're not going to fly a helicopter or a plane there because there's nowhere to fucking fuel up.
Probably just
Antarctica is fucking massive. I don't know if you know this, but it takes up a good percentage of the planet.
yeah.
And, like, we have planes that struggle to get from fucking New York to Europe. They don't struggle, but, you know, there's nowhere to stop in between. But they make it. But you're not going to fly the span of Antarctica in one stop. Fucking idiots. If you're standing out in the middle of the open and you're just looking in one direction, do you think that, like, it's like a computer? You're not going to get this reference, but the gaming community will get this reference.
Okay.
So in a video game, you have what's called a render distance, where certain distances in the game, the graphics just don't load, because the further you load graphics away from where you're standing, the more intensive it is on your graphics card, and it requires extreme processing power to get extreme distances of graphics to render. You know what rendering means?
No.
Rendering means you can see it. So, like,
No.
what do you mean?
I don't understand.
Okay, so let's say you're standing on a hill in a game and you're looking off in the distance and there's a little tree there. That tree is rendered. You can see it. However, if it's too far away, you can't see the tree. But the tree is there on the map.
Okay.
It just the graphics haven't loaded that far away because it would take a lot of power to do it.
Okay.
Converting that to the real world, do you think your brain just has a rendering distance? You think, because if the world was really flat, you would be able to see all the way. It may get tiny. You may have to really try. Get some telescopes to see China from here. But you could you wouldn't just see a horizon. Like, I don't know how far away, 10 miles, however far the horizon is from, like, ground level, ocean level, whatever. Like, if you're standing on a beach and you're looking out into the ocean, you can't see the landmass because it fucking rounds.
Well, like, obviously it's not flat. Like, we still have mountains, and, like, it's still, like...
Okay. So,
like,
my
I don't get what you're saying, but, like, obviously it's not flat. Like, obviously you can't see,
No.
like, even the next town over.
My last example was better than standing on ground. It was
say.
looking... If you're on a boat out in the ocean, I don't know if you know this, but the ocean is perfectly flat because of gravity. Are you in agreement
No.
that the ocean... Okay, do you think there are ocean mountains?
No. No.
The ocean, aside from your regular waves, the
No.
ocean is flat.
No.
Yes.
No.
If there was no wind, no earth rotation, the water was just purely still, the ocean would be the only perfectly flat place on the planet.
No.
Yes.
I don't know why. No.
I mean, not flat, but the surface of it would be flat.
I was gonna say.
You're trying to make fun of my point, and I'm proving a point, and I'm not going to let you deter me. If you're on a boat in the middle of the fucking ocean, and you're looking in any direction, you can't see shit, because eventually there's a horizon where the earth has just curved enough that far away to where you can't see shit anymore, because it's actually below your line of sight because the earth is round.
Keep talking louder. All right, guys. That's all we've got for today.
No, it's not. I'm not done yet. We're actually like 25 minutes overdue.
I know.
But it's fine. Nobody showed up in the chat, and we're talking about something that I'm really passionate about. It's fucking idiots. Yeah. You can't hear it, but Kendall is squeaking very quietly in laughter. She
I'm
can't
done.
stop. Are you done?
I'm done.
All right. What other conspiracies have you heard recently? Let's just go with recently.
I don't know.
Okay.
Honestly,
Good talk.
I know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's something that I didn't plan to talk about, so I don't have anything written down. So literally all that I said was off the top of the dome. Is she a flat earther? No.
No.
She's not a flat earther.
I'm not a flat earther.
Although somebody just finally showed up in the chat.
He
guys.
He would probably dump me if I was a flat earther. You would dump me.
I wouldn't dump you.
You would be like, you're so like, I'm dumb enough, and like Matt has to like over explain a lot to me clearly as it is. But like, if I was that stupid,
If you were dumb enough to think that the earth was flat, I wouldn't leave you. I would just call you fucking dumb.
and then I would cry, and then it would be a constant fight.
It wouldn't be a constant fight. You called me dumb. The earth's round. You are dumb.
Oh, I'm just gonna. I think the Earth is flat.
Okay. You know who else thinks the earth is flat?
Whom?
Kyrie Irving.
Who dat?
A basketball superstar who played next to LeBron James a couple of years ago.
Is that the guy who was like? Oh no, that was a football player.
I have his. I don't have a jersey of Kyrie, but he was number 2. I had the T-shirt, the Cleveland T-shirt, with the number 2, and it says Irving on the back.
Sure.
He's widely regarded as the best point guard in the NBA.
Huh.
One of the best point guards ever.
Is he smart?
He thinks the Earth's flat, so no, he's a fucking idiot. He went to Duke too, but I doubt it was for his whatever his
intelligence.
Yeah, there you go. Wake up at 11:45. Oh, for work. Rip. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. The podcast is going for an hour and 12 minutes now. We finally have somebody showed up in chat. I'm not gonna bother like pausing the podcast to interact with the chat. Everybody's just gonna get the whole show today. I'm actually surprised that with 0 chat interaction until now, we actually have an hour and 12 minutes of content here. And it's all been pure audio for iTunes and Spotify as well.
So
Little bonus episode to celebrate number 5.
Number 5, so we can officially be on Spotify.
Yeah, we can officially load up all 5 episodes now onto Spotify. Yay.
Yay us.
And what an episode it's been. You know, we started off really slow. I didn't even want to do it tonight.
I know.
I mean, I wanted to. We needed to.
Yeah.
I knew we needed to, but I just...
He wasn't feeling it.
When you got home, and I could feel it when I asked you if you were still going out after work, and you said yes, I was like, I just don't want to do it.
Yeah. So, it's my last week at work in the current store I'm at. So,
Yeah.
a couple of the girls are really upset about it. So they're like, let's go out. Like, let's meet up. So we had like, it was another girl's like last day. She's going to another store as well. And, it was just a hard day. It was like our last Saturday together when we were all together. And it was super sad.
So sad.
Super sad.
It was so sad.
So we went out after work. And I bought everyone sushi today.
Did you? Was that in the budget?
Nope. Nope. Some people like paid me.
Yeah.
Other people I was just like, meh, like it's fine.
They were good enough. You did it for free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I knew a girl like that once.
I just want to like take my dirty sock off and just like shove it down your throat right now.
It's really weird. You know the Earth's round.
It's flat.
I don't know. There's a lot of shit that people think that just doesn't make any sense.
No.
I fucking hate people.
I agree.
No, you like people a lot more than I do.
I got yelled at by a customer today.
Did you?
Mhm.
Fuck that customer.
Yeah.
Did you tell him about the podcast?
No.
Oh, well, you should have, so I could say fuck you. Yeah.
It's fine.
Well,
Well.
I don't know. I have some more topics down here, but I just, at this point, it's going to be like a cold conversation starter.
Yeah, let's just end it. We're an hour and 15 in.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right, guys. Well, this is the longest podcast ever on our channel.
Well, calm down, because you're going to confuse all your friends. They're going to
On
be
our
like, wait a
channel.
minute. No, the videos are the same length. What are you talking about? This is your longest podcast. This is actually our shortest YouTube video. Actually, no, it's not, because I trimmed a couple of them down to like an hour 12 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the longest audio recording. This is the longest podcast that will be on iTunes and Spotify to date, anyways, just because it took us a while to get going tonight. Like I said, I was really low energy to start it out, but we finished strong. I won't say that this episode was phenomenal.
Nope. And
The last couple were really good, but
you want to know how we're going to end it?
how are we gonna end it?
What was the low point of your week?
Holy shit, we didn't even do Jesus Christ.
So this is how we're going to end it. What was the low point of your week, babe?
The lowest point of my week. Let's see, what is today? Today's Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
The last time we streamed was Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So I got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. What did I do Thursday and Friday? I don't know. I didn't really have a low point. Everything was pretty straight across the board for me.
That's good.
I guess. I don't know. I really don't have a low point.
Okay, well,
I'm
my
gonna
low
pass.
point was I got a different sushi roll today,
Uh-oh.
and it sucked.
That's not good.
So that was a low point of my entire week because it was just really gross. So what was the high point of your week?
I don't know. My days off, I didn't do a fucking thing.
Good.
I know. I
Good
think
for
that's my high
you.
point. Like I literally, it was my first weekend. So I don't know if I explained this last time. I know I had it written down last time, but my work week is a lot different from regular people.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have Tuesdays and Wednesdays off as my weekend. I work weekends, and I used to work nights, but I work day shift now. So my weekend is Tuesday and Wednesday. But it was my first weekend since Call of Duty came out. So I spent 2 straight days playing Call of Duty, and it was relaxing.
Good.
Yeah.
I think
What was your high point?
My high point was my boats came in.
A boat. Oh yeah, your
My
boats.
boats came in.
Everything
and
came in. Your
Yeah.
international credit card, or not international credit card, but your credit card that
My
you can
credit
use.
card came in. I got an adapter for Ireland because they have different outlets there,
Yep.
and we got our dog a shock collar.
Mm.
And we don't use it to like obviously torture her, you guys. It's just she has a bad barking problem.
A
So
very bad barking problem.
there's times where like I've kept it on vibrate, and it's prevented her.
Yeah, she hates the vibration.
Yeah, she doesn't
I
like
think
the
she hates
vibration.
she hates the vibration more than the shock.
Yeah, it freaks her out. So there is a couple times where it's actually shocked her.
Yeah.
Because I actually take it so we have control over the vibration when she's being bad, but when she actually barks, it will shock her. So that's just the control settings that we have on it. But and I went and seen a movie with my family this week. So that was I had a really good week actually.
Did you?
Yeah, there's a lot of high points to my week.
By the way,
Uh-huh.
my mother said that you should definitely, as soon as possible, call Verizon about your international plan because you need to have that added before, because it may take a couple of days.
Okay,
So you need to get on that
I do.
so that we can talk
Yeah.
while you're overseas.
Yeah, I need to make sure my phone's international so I can talk to everyone.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's another weird thing that I have. It's just I want people to know where I'm at all the time, and I need to like talk to someone because I'm weird, and I just don't want to get stolen.
Yeah.
I'm easily stealable.
That takes me back to the tracking apps, which we blew right by because I started talking about smart TVs and things recording you.
I know.
I refuse.
I know.
I refuse to download any tracking apps because I feel, I feel dirty. I feel dirty.
I know you do.
Because just my previous relationships where it was like, I can't even describe it. We were private, but we invaded each other's privacy.
I was gonna say, like, I would literally call that toxic.
Yeah.
Like, it's not healthy, especially since I'm sure it's not like you guys were talking.
What do you mean?
Like, were you guys like talking the way you should have been?
No, not like we do.
Yeah.
Not like on the podcast, and that's exactly why we have the podcast here.
Yeah.
To promote the way that
we talk to each other,
the way that things should be done as far as communication goes. Even if you have to use the podcast as time to come together as a couple, you need to use it. Use our time together as your time together, or use our time together if you're single as I don't know, your benchmark, I guess. Something to look up to, something to be like, that's the way that I need to be. That's the way maybe you can identify your own flaws and say that my relationships failed because I didn't have this.
Anyway, so I don't know. I just really want Matt to track me. I don't care where he's at, except, okay, this is like,
I don't want to track you.
I just want him to know like where I'm at. Like anytime I get off work, the first thing I do is I get to my car, I connect to my Bluetooth, and I call Matt. And it's just, I'm constantly trying to like keep you in the loop. And it's not that I'm being like anal or crazy or anything. I'm just like, how's it going? Like, what are you doing? What are you up to? Because there was one situation where I freaked out. And it was, I was off. I had a day off, and Matt got off work at 3, and it was 4:30, and he wasn't home. And I had a panic attack. I like called you a billion times. I was like, do I call a hospital? Like, ask if someone got in a car accident. Like, I didn't know what to do. And I literally called you so many times, and finally it was like 4:45, almost 5 o'clock, and he called me back, and he was like, oh, I was getting my hair cut. And it was like, that was like the perfect situation where like I wanted to know like where you were at, so I didn't have to like keep contacting you, because like it was a crazy moment. Like I looked psycho, but like,
yeah, that sounds a little psycho.
It sounds super psycho, but I just wanted to know where you were at because I was genuinely scared.
You don't need to know. I'm out here fucking. No, I get it. I get it to an extent. But also it's like, I don't know.
What are your guys' thoughts on tracking each other
Yeah.
on like social media or through different apps and stuff? I personally really love it, and it's not that like I don't care if he doesn't want me to see where he's at. I just want him to see where I'm at. And I don't know. It's just because I'm weird.
Yeah, let us know. Tweet at us. Leave it in the comments on YouTube how you feel. I'm sure a lot of people will feel the same way that I do, because a lot of people are fucked up like me.
Yeah.
When it comes to relationships, I've had just experiences. I've been the person to go through the girl's phone, and I don't like doing that. It's like,
how long are we gonna have this podcast go to?
I don't
Because
know,
I have another conversation already.
5 more minutes maybe. And we'll get to it in a minute.
Okay.
I've been that person before, and I've realized the flaw in it, and I don't even want the outlet to do that. I don't want to have something on my phone that I can just pull up and see where Kendall is 24/7. I don't want it. I don't want it because it's gonna it's like relapsing. It's like people who are hardcore alcoholics and they get sober for a couple of years and then their friends still invite them out to drink. And he's like, are you fucking retarded? Stop doing that. I don't want to go out and be around alcohol. I just don't want to have that tool in my box to just track you, excuse me, all the time. I just don't want it.
I wouldn't compare it to that scenario at all.
I do.
I really think that's like over exaggerating it, because like you have to keep in mind like we're different. And, like we're different from like the way things were a couple years ago, and you can't keep comparing us to like past relationships.
It's not about us. It's about. I had a point and I just literally lost it in the middle of talking.
I'm sorry.
I had it the whole time, and as soon as I started talking, I lost my point.
I'm sorry.
I don't mean it about our relationship. I mean it about.
Okay, that's just
me.
the way it was coming off. Like,
No.
if it's something like you personally, like I get that, and like I can be patient with that, but like you can't make it about us, because it's not about us.
What I mean by it is like, it's like you're that friend that invites me out and you're like, it's not a big deal. Just come out. You don't have to drink. And it's like, it is a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't want to be put in a situation where I have those tools.
I think I'm starting to realize it now, like now that you're saying it, because we came upon a situation, I would probably say like 6 months ago, where maybe 6 months ago, maybe less than that, where Matt, he sat me down, he's like, I have something to tell you, and he was super upset about it.
Oh, that was longer than 6 months ago.
Okay, well, he was like super upset about it, and I was like, what's going on? He's like, I just really don't want to disappoint you. And like my head, I'm like, oh my god, like this is the one person I thought wouldn't cheat on me. Like I can't believe this is about to happen right now. And he's like, I went through your phone. And I was like, okay. Like I didn't see the big deal, because like obviously I have nothing to hide, and it didn't bother me at all. I don't care if he goes through my phone. It's just, it's a trust thing. And now I'm starting to get like the way that you're putting it now, like why that bothers you as a person. Like, you know, not to do that. And it I guess it is like a privacy boundary for you. And I could respect that. Like now I'm really starting to get it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not so much that like, yeah, like I said, it has nothing. My feelings have nothing to do with the way that our relationship is. Like, I don't. It has nothing to do with like I don't want to do it because I don't want to find something, or I don't want to not trust you, or what. It has nothing to do with you. It just has to do with just the whole privacy boundary aspect in its entirety. In general, it's just like I don't agree. I get what the tool is meant for, but like I said, everything nowadays is weaponized for something. And it doesn't matter if you make an app that's supposed to be innocent as, you know, I just want to be able to find you if something happens, and people turn that into, I can now find you and make something happen. Shit like that. But that's not necessarily what I'm talking about right now either. I'm just saying that's the extent that it could be taken. But I just don't want that tool in my toolkit to track you all the time, and that become like, and I'm not saying it would if I did it or started it, but like that become an obsession where it's just like, where are you at now? Where are you at? Why are you over there? That doesn't look like work. Shit like that. And I'm not saying that you would never go to work, or you wouldn't lie to me and say you're going to work and not go to work, and then I look at the app and find it.
Yeah.
But that's the scenarios that run through my head as to like, I just don't want that in my life.
I get it. I now like completely understand where you're coming from. Like I don't like, I just never thought that you would like come to the point where like you become like, I mean, if there is any chance where like you can become obsessed and like get upset about, you know, the littlest thing is like, I took a different turn to go to work, or I took, you know, I stopped at Target beforehand and stuff.
Yeah, no, I just
and like things just get taken the wrong way, or
yeah, and I'm not saying that. I think I have enough willpower nowadays to easily control that part of me
Yeah.
that was, 5 or 6 years ago, because there was a time where I was obsessively going through my ex's phone, my girlfriend at the time's phone, and just every little thing. It was just, I would take it from 0 to 100, and it may have been something completely innocent, and I blew it up in her face. Like, that's who I was back then.
Yeah.
And I just don't feel like I'm that way now, but I don't want to have
You don't
the
wanna have
ability
that,
to be
yeah.
that way.
Yeah, because you said in the past, like, you've had like really bad anger issues, so that's literally like all connecting together now.
And I don't have any of these problems today.
Mm-hmm.
But given that I've had the problems, I know catalysts for them and outlets for them, and I just don't want any of that in my life.
See, why didn't you explain it to me like this before? Like, you were just like so close-minded, and you were like, no, 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 and you wouldn't explain it to me.
I don't know. I'm good at putting things into words, but it takes me a long time.
Yeah.
Like
There's times I genuinely got upset about this subject.
about me not tracking you on the app.
Yeah, like, and you would literally just shut me down, and like that was it.
Yeah.
And like we wouldn't talk about it for 2 weeks.
Well, I was kind of getting upset that you kept asking me.
Well, I mean, after the third time I stopped.
Yeah. I just I never really tried to put it into better words for you because I
Yeah.
didn't think it was that big of a deal.
I'm sorry. My dog just hit her head on the mic.
She's so impatient.
She's really impatient right now. I think she's got to go potty.
She'll be all right for a minute.
Oh shit! Did you see that?
Yeah. You said the P word. But that's the thing. Like I said, I am really good at, when I sit down or really think about what I want to say and explain it out in my head and then say it. I can put things into words pretty well, but it takes me a while to get there, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm like that with everything. Like, I'm good at everything, but I'm not great at anything. You know, that kind of thing. Have I said that before? I think I've said that before.
Cocky motherfucker.
No,
Just
that's
kidding.
the thing. Like,
I'm just
some
kidding.
people, some people are really bad at something and they're fucking great at something else. There's nothing that I'm really like deathly bad at, but there's nothing that I'm great at.
Right.
I can put stuff into words really well, but it takes me a long time to get there.
Okay.
I don't know. I've just been like that with
Just
everything.
makes more sense now.
Yeah. I can play every video game. I'm just not good at it, or not great at any of them. I can play every sport pretty well. Just not great at any of them. Yeah. I'm not a good swimmer, though.
I know.
I can't swim.
I know.
Can't fly.
Anyway.
I refuse to fly.
Anyway.
Are you dying to end this podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right.
All right.
Let's say goodbye then.
Goodbye.
You're going to end the podcast.
All right, guys. Make sure that you like and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/Beards and Blush. You can also find us on YouTube. That is just at Beards and Blush. You can follow my personal Instagram account. My personal Instagram. I love Instagram, y'all. My personal Instagram account, that is at Kendall Cute, KENDALL KUETE. And did I miss anything? Oh, you can also find us at Podbean and iTunes, and now Spotify when you search Beards and Blush.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do that tonight, but...
So tonight
pretty
is
soon.
10:20, but we'll get on it, you guys.
Yeah, what is...
Might be up on Spotify by next week.
Yeah, I should have plenty of time to do it on my days off, Tuesday or Wednesday. It just won't be up Sundays. tomorrow because I'm going to be watching football, and Monday because we'll be right back here again. A short turnaround, 48-hour break here,
Rock on.
and then we'll be right back because we were
Let's
just
stay
late
on
today.
track.
Yeah. So like I said, one more time to reiterate, we're challenging you guys to get us to 50 followers on Twitch so that we can do our role swapping role play
Y'all, I just want to get to
on
100
Pornhub.
on Pornhub.
Yeah. No. 50 followers, and I'm going to wear the makeup. She's going to wear the beard. She's going to take control of the podcast, and we're going to try to converse as one another. You can try to be me, and I'm going to try to be you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much just going to be a shit show where we're making fun of each other the whole time.
The entire time.
Yeah.
gonna
You're
be
going to be like, you're going to be sitting over here, and I'm going to be sitting over there. Just like
How'd
that.
that go again?
That's all
Can you do
we're
that
going
one
to
more
do.
time?
No, you can watch it over and over again on YouTube if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Twitch.tv/beards and blush. Follow us. Love you.